Get ready, world, the show is on. Restream's got new features, brand new fun. From custom music to scenes galore, we're taking live streaming to a brand new shore. Tune in, turn up the parties here. Restream's got what you need year after year. New features, new fun, it's all for you. Join the live stream, there's so much to do. Customize your stream, make it shine bright with Restream's new features day and night. Add your own music, set the mood just right. Create a truly unforgettable sight. Tune in, turn up the parties here. Restream's got what you need year after year. New features, new fun, it's all for you. Join the live stream, there's so much to do. Customize your stream, make it shine bright with Restream's new features day and night. Add your own music, set the mood just right. Create a truly unforgettable sight. Tune in, turn up the parties here. Restream's got what you need year after year. New features, new fun, it's all for you. Join the live stream, there's so much to do. Gather around, let's celebrate Restream's new features, what a great day. With custom music and scenes galore, your live stream will be better than before. Tune in, turn up the parties here. Restream's got what you need year after year.
Hello and welcome everybody. If you're curious about the reaction of Alex, it's because he's hearing this song for the first time. Welcome to the stream. We're your hosts. I'm Anya with Restream Product Marketing, and today with me is Alex, our CEO. How are you guys doing? And how are you doing, Alex? Did you survive the custom song?
Yeah, I've survived. It wasn't expected, but it was very funny.
That is awesome. I'm seeing some people are checking in already. I'm the world's the worst YouTuber. He is from England. Well, we might challenge you today because we've got a cool show coming up for you on YouTube as well as many other channels. United States, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Ryan is joining us today. Hi and welcome to the show. It's really good to see you. And we have a few more people joining us from Bulgaria. Strong Dog. Awesome. Love the names. This is my favorite thing, like the names of the channels and the taglines. You can continue sharing where you guys are joining us from. Hi, hand waving. And but we have a pretty packed program today. So we have a lot to cover, primarily some new features and new releases, as well as some teasers of something that's coming up very soon, and just a few updates on everything that we've been up to at Restream. Andrew is saying Austin, Texas. Y'all, hi, Andrew. Good to see you. I think your guys are watching us on the big screen in the office. So that's happening. I can see myself.
Big screen, big deal.
Yeah. Chris watching us from Cyprus. Amazing. I love the geography today. It is really exciting. And there is also New Jersey from the, I love when letters are numbers. Blandly. Will Garcia is watching us also today. I love Restream. Thanks for sharing love. We love this comment. So continue adding some hellos and some welcomes today, as well as prepare your questions, because this is a live Q&A. So not only we are presenting the things that we built for you in the past couple of months, we are also answering your burning questions today. So keep them coming. Our co-producer today is Matt. So hello to him. He's hidden. He's behind the scenes, but he will be serving us your questions. So keep them coming. All right. Without further ado, of course, one of our first amazing features that we already somewhat sort of introduced in the countdown is custom music. So let's go ahead and have a look.
Life's better with music. Now with Restream, you can easily play your own tunes. Click the music tab and upload. Find the right mood before your event starts. You might want to add a backing track to jazz up a stream. Play in a recorded message like a voicemail.
Hi, I've been listening to you guys for years and I just want
that's nice. Up the vibe with a few sound effects. or turn a podcast into an interactive event with live DJing from up to 100 tracks available every time you step into the studio. The major formats are supported, so the only thing you need to think about is licensing. If music be the food of love, play on! Cheers!
So we introduced custom music. And this was a very highly requested feature by our community. So a lot of people were asking for it. And based on some early community feedback, I am hearing that we're actually one of the very few tools out there, probably the only one that does offer that option. So let us know in the chat if you had a chance to try it already and how do you usually use it. Do you play it as a background for your whole live stream, or do you really use it for creating this like really fun and exciting countdowns like the one that we had today in the beginning? Let's see if you have any questions about music or just in general coming in right now. And before we get into our section of teasers, let's see what we have going on. I see there's not many questions about music so far. But what's really exciting is that we have 197 viewers right now from across all channels. So I just want to call this out. Charles says that's a great video. Charles is the one who made that video. It's really good to hear you love it. Yes. This is awesome. And we just hit the 200 people mark on our viewership. So keep coming in. It's just so good to see you guys.
And if you want custom music, you can always reach out to Ali from our support team, and he can help you to make something like we have for our countdown.
That is awesome. So the worst YouTuber wants to know where we are from. It's actually an interesting question. We were both born in Eastern Europe, in two different countries of Eastern Europe, but now we're both based in Austin, Texas. We actually normally work in the same office, but today for this stream, we're joining from different locations. I, as always, occupy our in-house studio, and Alex is joining from
home.
Awesome. Thanks for the question. Good stuff. Actually, a lot of times I like to ask people to guess where we're from by accents, and it always turns into a very fun story. But today, this is not about the accents. It's about some new things that we build for Restream. So let's go ahead and start our section of teasers. So unlike usually, most of the time during these live streams, we announce and present the features that already exist. But today we decided to do things slightly differently, and we will show you some of the things that are coming up very soon so you can get excited about them and build some hype. And of course, we'll be taking questions as we go because it's very important for us to focus on you, the community. The show is for you. So I see that Dolores is asking question, are these music copyright free due to YouTube rules for those who stream there? So just like you saw in the video, when Charles in the end mentions that the only thing you have to worry about is licensing. So the licensing rules still apply, and you do need to follow the rules of the end platforms, such as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. All of them have different licensing rules. Some of them allow you to play any music during the live stream, but then they mute it when you are watching a replay. Others require licensing for everything. Some would penalize your opportunities to monetize the videos. Others would actually give you strikes. So it's very important to check with the end platform that you're streaming in what are the rules, and ideally only play the music that you have the right to play. We do still, to point out in that question, offer our AI generated music that is absolutely copyright free. So that option is still there, and you can continue playing something that is super safe on all platforms at all times. So that's still there. No worries about that. Great question, Dolores. Thank you. Teaser time.
And I will teaser Ali again, so you can reach out to Ali, and she could help you maybe to come up with some cool AI.
Yeah, Ali is the one, he works in our support. Some of you might have had a chance to talk to him if you had an issue or any kind of question for Restream. And he is the one who created this song for us. Very last minute, but it's totally a gem. Hello, Tim. Looking forward to learning. Looking forward to learning how to best use Studio 2.0. Newbie. Awesome. We actually do have a section for that. So a lot of teasers that we will be running through right now are related to Studio. So all of those are Studio features. Coming soon, of course, in Studio 2.0. And without further ado, we will be opening it with the new fonts. So many of you told us that the options for fonts that we have are very limited. It's not enough. They're kind of outdated. It's the same fonts that you use for many, many years. So we decided to refresh that. So currently, we give you a selection of about, I should know actually what's the final number. I'm going to say it's about 15 different new fonts. And this collection is going to continue to add on to. And also, very, very soon, we will be offering the opportunity for you to upload your own fonts. So basically something that you design, something super, super custom. But already with this additional fonts, there's a lot you can do to refresh the look of your stream. So you can add those custom fonts to your captions, to your tickers, to your countdown timers, including the one that you're seeing right now at the demo. And in the future, with the update of your customizations of your own fonts, we will also be hopefully bringing this to chat. So fonts. That's awesome. Thank you so much. This is very exciting. We're actually testing it internally, and we had a lot of fun, just kind of creating different options. Actually, they will also apply to your QR codes. So if you're using QR codes, this custom fonts will also be appearing there in the descriptions of QR codes. So it is amazing how much changes when you just use a different cool font that matches your images. Remember, Alex, you were really surprised when we did that, and you were like, "Wow, what a change!" Even though it's such a small things. Anything you'd like to add on fonts before we move on to our next thing to tease? Alex is saying nice.
Yeah, I would like to add a few things.
Sure.
First, I just want to apologize that we have not yet released much earlier. And it's been kind of in our list probably for a year or maybe more. So sorry for the delay. And we are going to ship things faster. So stay tuned.
And I'm seeing some people are echoing you, saying, finally, yes, finally. So yeah, this is very exciting for us. And I love these phones. Thank you. Yeah, they're really cool. We definitely, we will be launching them and making them available for you guys within the next couple of days. Hopefully by the next week, by the end of it, everyone will have access to them. So play on, explore, try. Let us know which ones are your favorites. If you have any ideas of what else we should add, let us know. And like I said, custom ones that are your own are coming soon as well. All right, so next in line is some customizations for the countdowns. So countdowns are extremely popular. People love to use them to kind of anticipate and build the hype for the stream. So now there's a lot more you can do with your countdown. You can customize its color, of course, the font, as we noticed earlier, and you can add your own music to the countdown timers. So your phones are now even more of your own. As you can see, you can also change the size. You can make it smaller or larger, depending on what fits your overall look and feel. And also, quick reminder, it's something that most people know, but just as a reminder, the background that you have for your countdown timer is also customizable. If you go to your design tab and go to the backgrounds, you can upload your own image or video, and that video will play as a countdown timer. We recently had a lot of fun playing with some cool car videos, very dynamic motorcycles and things like that look really good as a little hype builder and perfects to your stream. So more customization for countdown timers in the works, coming very soon. Hi, Visna, it's so good to see you. Please add volume control to the custom music. I thought we already did have it. We do have custom music volume controls, aren't we? Because I can definitely see it right now. So yeah, if you don't see it, let us know in support, because it should be available. I do see the opportunity to either mute or change the volume on it. So if that's something that you're not seeing on your end,
it's there.
I just looked at that. So yeah, give it a look. Maybe this is about the countdown timer customization, but I believe that it's also there as well. And if not, we should definitely add it. All right, Gleep is saying so smooth. Thank you. It is really exciting. So, Alex, anything else you'd like to add to countdowns since we're on this topic?
Yeah, I would like to add that actually there is one limitation related to the video. So the duration of it, the max duration is only 30 seconds. So be sure when you upload video that it's less than 30 seconds.
Awesome. Awesome. So yeah, and Visna here is clarifying that it is not available on Countdown, the volume control. Good to know. We will fix that soon. Thanks for the call out. Alrighty. We also did some improvements and changes for our QR codes. So for those of you who are running live shopping events, live sales, or pretty much anything where you promote products or services and you want to land people on your own website pages and products, QR codes are fantastic. A lot of you were asking us to bring back the large QR codes, the ones that appear on the side, and they are now back. So we brought them back. So now you have the lower third as well as on the side. So the large QR code is already shipped. It's already available for all of you. What is going to be different are some modifications of the QR code, like some things that you can do with it, such as customizing it on the fly, as well as moving it around your screen. And that brings us to our topic of customizations of layouts. It's one of the most popular requests that we are getting today from Studio users, both Studio, the Classic Studio and the Studio 2.0. People are asking for the ability to move things around and kind of like resize their video boxes. So this is the first step in that direction because we're super committed and determined to deliver that to you guys. So very soon you will have the ability to move the logo from left to right and do the same with QR codes. So you can choose the alignment of your logos and choose the alignments of your small QR code that appears on top of your video. And little by little, step by steps, we'll bring more and more opportunities for you to move things around and to reposition parts of your layouts the way you like them. All right. Tushar Streams is asking, is there any chance you can add custom beep sound to new chats except the text-to-speech option? Interesting question. So you could like customize the sound whenever the new chat appears in your chat. What do you think, Alex? Is that something does that sound like something we could do?
Like for sure. The question is it related to as a chat app that we can use with encoders, or is it the chat app inside of the studio? Because I think that this one probably related to the chat app. Can you
for encoders? Yeah, if you could clarify that question, that would be super helpful. Thank you so much. Because yeah, there are two different chats. For people who don't know, it's very common for people who use Studio kind of like not really think about RTMP and the other way around. So yeah, just let us know with what kind of chat you usually use. I'm assuming it's yes for the RTMP.
encoder?
So
Yeah.
you got that right. So it's going to be for the chat application there. So yeah, it's a great question, and I think it's possible. We do plan to do a little bit more of like makeovers and revamps of that chat app as part of our new updates. So yeah, we'll add it to our list of something we could look into. Thanks for the idea.
We collected quite a big backlog for the chat app, and like again, just want to underline that the team is small, and we're trying to find and allocate resources to kind of invest in the chat application, because there are a lot of things, there are a lot of requests related to customization of templates inside of embed, and like
Yeah.
but I think that maybe in a couple of months we will come back to this, but
Nice.
it's not in the short term. It would be difficult to do it in a shorter term.
In the quick time frame, yeah. But please continue submitting your requests and your ideas, because this is what fuels us in our backlog and our roadmap. So we definitely take all your requests and ideas super seriously, and we write them down. Actually, after every stream like this, we do have a little summary of what people requested, and a lot of times that makes it to the roadmap. So keep bringing those ideas on. I saw there were a few cool questions. There was a question about transitions and things like that. Coming back to the topic of customization. So Alex is asking, in the future, can we add fade in, fade out features for videos, photos, and transitions with cameras? That's a good idea for kind of like more like cool tools for studio and scenes. What do you think, Alex? Does it
Yeah, I
sound
think
cool?
I think it sounds incredible, and we had we have had some conversations with the team already, and currently we are looking for the elegant solution how we are going to implement this. And should we give an ability users to work on to help us to build this transition? Should we kind of invite community to help us, or should we ship first things ourselves? Should we give like kind of extra settings inside of the studio, or at the beginning just basically make it as we want? So kind of these questions we have, and looking for the technology, have to make it simple. What technology to pick? But yeah, so these things we definitely have in our nearest plans.
Nice. And I'll use this opportunity to mention that if you happen to be a video producer, designer, or anyone with creative talents, and you have some ideas and you can actually provide some specific things that you would like to see in studio, and you are willing and interested in helping us, by all means, reach out. We'll see. Maybe there's an opportunity for us to collaborate or to exchange some ideas or to invite you to beta test certain things. So please do not stay silent. If you're a creative and visual person, we want to hear from you today or anytime after. Okay, cool. If we have any more questions, let's go ahead and answer those. Hello from Oregon. Hi. Are there any plans to bring any other than RTMP formats for the input? Oh, this is our favorite, SRT and all that jazz. Are there any plans, Alex? Should we mention that we're kind of thinking?
We cannot disclose this information. I'm kidding. So probably Jared there. He'll be like, no, like we have plans to implement, and actually we have the things in beta. So hopefully soon it could be released. We just don't know how to in which tiers to add this functionality, because it's kind of some of this protocols require extra transcoding, and again, so it's resources that we have to find, and yeah, we will see.
Also, for me personally, since I'm in marketing, I'm always very interested in like examples and use cases. So if you can share either in the comments to this video, or if you just hunt me down and find me on either LinkedIn or X, please let me know what are the examples when those SRT and other protocols are really helpful, and what is that you're trying to do with them. So that will actually help me to understand your use case better, and maybe to offer some workarounds, because we might be having something in mind that would be working for you already before that is released. Michael is saying, hoping to hear an announcement about SRT and H.265 ingest during RTMP segment, if there will be one. There will be a little teaser for the RTMP segment, actually, but unfortunately, it's not going to be about SRT, but we recommend you stick around to hear what we have to say for our encoder users. So coming soon. Great question. If we have anything else, let's go ahead and have a look. If not, we will transition to our studio migration topic. All right, cool. So as many of you know, there is Studio 2.0, which is a newer version of Studio, which we are slowly but surely transitioning folks into. So for those people who are still using the old Studio, the reality is that eventually it is going to sunset. So eventually most of the people will be moved to the new Studio, and at some point of time, everybody. So we created a very quick walkthrough of the new Studio 2.0 for people who are either familiar with this a little bit or are still using the previous version. So let's check it out, and then hopefully we'll get some questions, because I know in the beginning people mentioned that they are new to Studio 2.0 and they might have some features and questions for us. So let's first have a look at the quick guide on how the Studio 2.0 looks and feels.
Hold up. I know you're pressed for time. Hold up. I know you're pressed for time. Let me quickly run you through Studio 2.0. If you already have logos, graphics, and captions in your studio, then they are unchanged and they're just tucked away in the sidebar on the right. And the layout that you might normally work with, that's going to be on the left in a scene. These scenes mean that you can organize your show's different sections and jump seamlessly between the layouts. For instance, having a video ready to go. or a pre-show countdown. I've already placed a video in this one, so you can see how customizable they are. I mean, you can add your own music, or maybe just use something that we've provided. If you click on the 3 dots on a scene, you can make changes like renaming. Simply drag and drop to reorder them. The order isn't that important, but can help you stay organized. On your right, you can bring on your guests. And, well, mute their microphones if needed. You can enable design elements to customize your stream, to fit your brand or style or just taste. And manage chat as it comes in live from all your platforms, keeping you engaged with your audience. There's a demo comment, so you know exactly how it will look like if you choose to bring them up on screen. Now at the bottom, these are layouts. These will help you position different elements of your stream, such as slides, images, and guests. You can move things from box to box, so they fit just the way you like. Looking good? Now these layout changes that you make to a scene will stick. You see how the graphics change as we go between scenes back and forth. Getting organized like this means you don't need to adjust things on the fly, but of course you can and you will. Anyway, when you're happy, you can click Add Channels to select your platforms and then hit Go Live to start your stream. And of course, when each guest is done chatting, you can drop them from the broadcast. As always, our amazing team are here to help, so get in touch if you need to. All right, have a great show. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers! So this was Charles, everybody. Thank you very much for the quick walkthrough of the Studio 2.0. So as you can see, for those who are new to the studio, the major change and difference is that we have those scenes. And it's really interesting as we were watching the video, we're actually staring at the scenes right now, and that's how we are transitioning between different sections and different kind of compositions of the elements in our video right now. And when you first see this version compared to the previous version, it can seem like it's kind of like very different and it's kind of like hard to immediately get what's going on. But once you get a hang of it and once you do it a few times, it's just unbelievably convenient and comfortable and great to actually just smoothly click between those scenes and like build the flow of your event like that. So I like to do the analogy, to bring up the analogy with slides of a presentation deck, right? Like imagine if you were asked to do a presentation for your customers or your team. Most of you will just go and create the slides, right? Like you'll create those slides with messages, with visuals, with text, with headlines. And then when it's time to present, you will simply go through those slides to deliver your points. I can hardly imagine a person who would start creating those slides on the way while you're presenting and editing text and adding images while people are watching and waiting for you to make your point. So scenes in Studio 2.0 are kind of serving you that purpose. However, if your stream is not that complicated and it's not that much is changing, it's if just you taking questions from the chat or just maybe one presentation that you want to run through, you don't have to use scenes. You can just stick with one scene and use it the same way as you did before. For folks who are transitioning from Studio 1, from the previous version, remember that all your assets are going to be saved. We heard these concerns before. It's very important to make sure that your logos, your visuals, your videos, your clips, your overlays are all staying intact, so they will. So don't worry when you are clicking the bottom of Try a New Experience that you're not going to lose everything that you had in your previous studio. And of course, some of the newer features, the ones that we described earlier today as teasers as well as launches, are only going to be available for Studio 2.0. So it's a new version, so we're only supporting and updating that one. So if you want to take advantage of them, you will have to move at some point. And of course, if you have any questions or need any help, we have our amazing 24/7 support team with real humans who are there to hold your hand if you need that. Any other things, Alex, you'd like to add for people with Studio 2.0 before we take any questions, if there are any hesitations on that one?
Yeah, I just want to add that we encourage you to try Studio 2.0. And again, so there is a specific kind of... so we do it because we definitely want to simplify the streaming for you. And this idea with scenes It's just a foundation for the set of features that we plan to add in the nearest future. And actually, I'm very excited, and I think that everyone in our team are very excited about this stuff because it could contain a lot of new technologies, AI, templates, kind of interesting widgets, etc. And like it will be much easier to operate during the live stream in the Studio 2.0. And like unfortunately, on one layout, on one like kind of scene, it would be very hard to make it easy to use. So the orchestration, it's much easier. By adding more and more functionalities, it would be much harder with the Studio 2.0, or like the first version of the Studio to run the show. Yeah. So, and as earlier you transit to the Studio, to the new version of the Studio, it would be much easier for you to adjust to new changes. And like, hopefully you will like a lot of things that we have in our kind of plans to add.
Awesome. All right, that's perfect. Now let's go ahead and take a few questions, if there are any, from our community, since, like I said, this is for you. And we want to take as many as we can today. Any new platforms supported by Restream, like Rumble? I know that I can use Rumble to stream to it through custom RTMP, but that means that Rumble chat won't appear in Restream combined chat. Yes, and there are a few other things that custom RTMP would not support since it's a one-way street. So I think, Alex, you had some intel on what's going on there, right?
Yeah, I could answer this question. Thank you so much for the question. And yeah, we would like to support Rumble, and we have many users who ask to do it. And again, so we try to be in a contact with Rumble, and like the ball is on their side. And actually, I believe like a month ago, I also posted on X and mentioned in comments, and I mentioned like product manager and like some other people from Rumble that we are ready for the integration. And if they have any API like available, we would be happy to explore and make the experience for our users much smoother. Unfortunately, we have not heard anything back. So what we can do, we can encourage you just to reach out to them as well and help us to kind of build this, establish this connection, and maybe you could help us to facilitate this process.
Yeah, absolutely. So we would love to integrate as soon as they are ready. And thanks for the question and for helping us to make this happen. Michael is asking for IRL streamers, in real life streamers, those who are kind of in the fields out there, while in the wild with questionable network connections. SRT and H.265 are both very helpful. That's really cool. Thank you. I appreciate the follow up. That was basically a follow up to my question of like, what is SRT helping you with the most? So that's really, really good to know. One workaround that I have for in the wild streamers that I always like to recommend is our upload and stream feature. So if the timing of your live coverage is not super mission critical to be up to the second, a lot of times it is super convenient to create videos either with your camera or even on your phone. And then once you have an established connection, you can actually schedule them to go live as one video or as a little playlist that we can stitch for you, and then schedule it to go live a few hours later. So that's like one of the workarounds for like in the wild streamers. But I hear you on the protocol. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And we're definitely going to look into that and to see some opportunities of how we could bring this to you.
One more thing. Sorry, Anna, for the interruption.
No, go ahead.
I just want to ask Michael, it would be awesome if you can share your setup with us. So what exactly you use, what is your use case, and like you can reach out to us through the support chat on our website, or you can actually just send a DM on X, and to me or Anya, and we will discuss it with the team. Maybe it could help us to understand how we can, what kind of shortcuts we can find for you.
Exactly. And I see that Michael is already kind of sharing that he would pay for Amazon W Amazon Web Servers instance that would mix those into RTMP, Restream's RTMP servers, and then we could offer an image to fire up. So yeah, this is super helpful information for us, and that will help us to understand better what you're trying to achieve and hopefully be helpful there to serve your needs. Love it. A question from Dolores: as a producer of a live stream, can I cut my video but be heard when I need to fix something? Interesting. So just to clarify, I'm assuming that you're asking about like just pausing the video and just continue talking. If we understand you correctly, please feel free to follow up on this and like give a little bit more context. There is always an option to turn off your camera, and I'm going to do it just for a quick second, so don't freak out, guys. Nothing is broken. So that's how it's going to look. It would basically, and you can actually add your avatar. This one is missing one, but you can actually have your picture in there. So if you just want to remove the video, that's always an option. You can also play a clip like we played earlier and make it full screen, and then go and fix something, and then come back live to your audience. All right. Next question is: I've noticed that I have my camera off on Restream. It doesn't show my avatar picture. Is there any way to bring that back? So I also just experienced that, as you can see, but my situation is probably because I'm in this new account that we're trying to use, that we set up specifically for this live shows. So you should be able to update your avatar on your on that little logo when you appear without camera. If you cannot do that, please reach out to our support, because that's something on our end that we need to fix. So it's absolutely designed to be able to show your image when you are off camera. Right.
And one more thing I would add, that actually you can turn off even this kind of avatar and still can be heard during the live stream. So in the setting, in the settings, you can find like inside of the studio major settings, you can find a toggle that actually allows you to turn off avatar, and in that case, you will be out from the layout. You will not be displayed on the layout at all. However, you still can communicate, and your voice will be heard.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
So I can actually try to do it right now if you want. So just give me a second.
Yeah, let's do it. And then we will get to the next question for sure.
Okay, participants' name, show no video participants. No. Okay.
Let me real quick just show the settings.
You see? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we absolutely. It works.
Here we are.
Yeah, and just so you see like how those settings look, I'm just going to real quick also show off our amazing feature of dropping images. See, I just took a screenshot of our of the settings that I can see, and this is where those toggles are. So it's in your settings, that little gear icon, general, and that's where you'll be toggling on show non-video participants. So basically, and that's where you can also toggle on some of those things about your names and your Is that the right image, guys?
Yes, it's the right image.
Okay.
So,
awesome.
So
all right.
You see, there is a third toggle, show non-video participants.
Non-video participants, exactly.
It's maybe we need to play with the messaging by the end. So the third toggle, make sure you toggle off or on.
Yeah, if it's off, you can disappear from the stream and still be that voice behind the scenes. All right. Coming back to our next question. Thank you for the compliments. I'm not going to read that one. I love it. Thank you. Appreciate your kind words today. I'm worried that the new studio does not allow guests to share screen simultaneously. Can you confirm this is solved? This is the question that we were worried about.
we were discussing. We discussed. We saw your comments. We saw your comments a few times under our videos, under our streams, and actually. Last week, I even sent the screenshot of your comment and sent to our lead engineer, Sergio, in the studio. And he kind of described that we kind of have not thought to kind of transit this feature to the Studio 2.0. However, we are trying to find a workaround just for you, because there are not many users who need this functionality, we found a few only in our entire database, but like we will try to come up with something. We'll try to come up with something.
We'll make it work.
So.
By the way, I am actually familiar with this channel, and I just wanted to share with you guys because it's super cool. It's a family-friendly astronomy channel, and the reason why they need to share screens of different people is because a lot of times they will be showing things like, for example, solar eclipse, right? And like different guests or different experts, like astronomy experts, will be sharing their telescopes and their views of the sky with those astronomical bodies. Planets, suns, moons, and things like that. So it's a very cool channel. I recommend you guys check it out if you're watching us on YouTube, and you can just click on them. Tommy, hi, is asking, oh, is that Tommy, the photographer? I remember him. You guys are amazing. I love Restream Studio. Is there any way to customize the upload speed of megabytes per second for those who have ample internet speed to stream higher quality? Interesting. So can you tell us which speed do you need specifically? Because it sounds like, yeah, like you just have like super high quality videos, I'm assuming, and you just want to just let us know what kind of speed do you need and like what's missing in studio. And it's so good to hear that you guys are loving it.
It reminds me cartoon Cars, and that scene is like, I'm a speed. I remember, very cool.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the race.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Yeah, just let us know what kind of speed you need, Tommy. And yeah, shout out to you and your amazing videos about how to set up your live streams and streaming photo shoots. That's what they do. At least they used to. Okay, are you planning to add a feature that allows for auto switching scenes? Oh my God, this is my favorite question. And the answer is yes, we are. We are planning to add that feature. We don't have an ETA just yet. We already introduced the opportunity for you to automatically switch from your countdown to your main scene, which is actually what happened today. That's why our song didn't have a chance to finish its absolutely epic and fun chorus. But you can switch from the countdown automatically, and we are going to think about ways how you can set up toggles such as the next scene can be like timed specifically. Great question. Corn Dip, I need to be able to set a camera at the background. Is this this is the only feature that's lacking from what I can see? The camera as a background, interesting. I can see, yeah, I can see what you're talking about. So it's basically, we're thinking virtual background, but instead of pre-record video, you actually want to show something with your camera. It's an interesting one. Alex, what do you think?
Come again, sorry, I'm looking for the image from the cartoon. So, so what was the question?
Welcome back, Alex. Yeah, so the question was, can we set a camera as a background instead of like, so you know, like how you can have a virtual background or a video background. So the question here is it possible or is it planned to add a camera as a background? So for example, if I wanted to point my camera on Congress Bridge right now and watch Austin Bats to be on my background and basically talk over it with the actual camera, live camera.
Yeah, I think you can do it. So let's see. Yeah, so basically you can do it with a few external cameras, and imagine that you can put, instead of Anya, camera, and like using this layout, you actually maximize it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like a workaround, right? So we can use external camera instead.
Yeah, very cool. So the request is to save the user from one of our competitors and implement that feature so they would be even happier using Restream. Yeah, so this is the first workaround, basically what Alex is showing right now. So imagine if my camera is some kind of an external camera feed that you're getting from somewhere else, and Alex is you. That's your commentary, basically photo. So this layout will already work for that purpose. And yeah, we'll think about what other ways we could implement that, assuming like if you have like more guests. But you can actually add more guests in kind of like Alex size and format to that as well, and continue using that external.
Maybe let's mess a little bit. Can we do like this? And
oh, here we go.
And can we maximize me? No, like just a second.
Let me hide the comment for a second.
So it can work like this, or you want some extra elements. Yeah, it's basically you can do it with
So
this stuff.
one of your cameras is, I'm assuming, your just laptop camera, and the other is your proper stream camera, right?
Camera,
Like,
yes.
so
It's
yeah.
my iPhone, yes.
Yeah, so that iPhone can go anywhere externally for you, and you can easily pull it in as one of your guests. That's right.
Just a
Awesome.
second, and can we come back to the speed? Like I'm a speed, right? It's
That is the one. That's what you tell me.
yeah, it's special for Tony. So
That is amazing.
so we
And
can
this,
come up with something for Tony.
that's beautiful. Yeah, Tommy, let us know how much speed you need, and we'll make it work. And this is also a cool showcase of something that we already announced earlier. But just a reminder, we now support GIFs in your streams, so you can easily do that. All right, Alex. Let me hide one of you from, but I'm not sure which one I should hide. I guess this guy.
I don't know
Ta-da.
as well. Is it this one?
Here we go. I think it's this one. And let's take the question. Grand vibrations. I wanted to ask if there is going to be ever possible to add virtual backgrounds inside the settings where you choose for the camera settings. That would be, thank you in advance. Interesting. So let me just process it for a second. So adding virtual backgrounds within the inside of settings where you can choose the camera settings. I wonder why you need to do it this way, because virtual backgrounds are already available. You can add them from the design. So just for a quick demo, I'm going to show you one of our preset virtual backgrounds. It's basically an animation that you have here. And you can also add your customized one. I think you might be also thinking about the backgrounds, like virtual background, animated virtual background behind me, which let me play with this real quick, because I'm just going to go to my virtual backgrounds and create something like this. I think I see what you're saying. So you're probably thinking about something like this, but that would be also a video and animation. And as far as I can see right now, that is, let me see if I can find a video. I love how we're just like testing it on the fly. Isn't that fun? Yeah, I can see that MP4s will not be, it's not an option to add an MP4 as this background. So yeah, interesting idea. Cool. We'll note it. We'll definitely think about it. Right. Let's see. Our next question.
It's me messing. Sorry. Come on.
Come on. Christian Podcast with Kevin Wilson is asking, can we control the speed of the motion backgrounds? I love the motion, but the speed is distracting. I just hoped on, so maybe this is addressed already. I'm assuming this is going to be the speed GIF coming in right now. So just heads up, guys. Of course it is. Yeah, to your point, the best way to control the speed of a motion background would be for you to create your own. So you can create with your design team or with your team of volunteers to create a motion. And actually, Adobe has a bunch of different options that you can actually just get from their stock collection, or you can create something online. I'm sure there are a lot of free versions too, where you can actually pick the speed that works for you, and then you can upload it as your own custom virtual background, and then it's going to move exactly with the speed that you need. So we cannot like slow down the ones that we have right now. Alex, do you want to add something?
I just want to add that everything is possible, and we will discuss it with the team. Again, we have, as I mentioned before, as we mentioned, that we have plenty of cool ideas, and we are going to boost and like supercharge our new studio with them. And the scenes, they're very connected to templates, and basically all these backgrounds, etc. They're all connected to templates. And maybe as we've done something, we basically created a widget of how you can assemble a countdown. It's, as you know, like our countdown, it's not a pure video. It's kind of composed inside of the studio. Maybe we will come up with something that could generate backgrounds as well. backgrounds, and then we can control the speed. But at the beginning, we will change the speed for our ticker because many people were asking, and so it would be the easiest fix.
The ticker is a little bit speedy. I was watching it today, and it was just kind of going, and I was like, oh, especially when you have a long text, such as the invitation to share the stream to win a prize, which we'll be coming back to in the end of the stream. Yeah, it was a little bit fast. I agree. Yeah, great ideas. The Educated Natural, love the name. Will you be adding a way in your editor to take clips from our live recordings to turn them into shorts, reels, and other type of vertical video clips? Great question. And without disclosing too much, I'm going to say that we're actively looking in that direction as we speak. We do already offer a trimmer. So basically, once you are done with your stream, you can go to your recordings and then you can trim the video. It will not necessarily readjust the mode. So you have to be, if you're trimming clips in horizontal, they are going to say horizontal unless you just basically cut them. But we are looking in the direction of better.
Come on, Anna. Come on, Anna. Let's disclose more.
Okay, go for it. I was not sure how much you want to tell about this.
Okay, we will have a cool AI clipper soon.
Yay! Okay, I agree. That's coming very. So we don't necessarily have an ATA right at this point, but yeah, we're talking this year for sure. Hopefully, relatively soon. Yeah, we are looking in adding this AI clipper for you, which will serve exactly that purpose: shorts, reels, and vertical content to repurpose your live streams into. I thought I saw a question. Let's bring it back because it was already there and I started reading it. And then there's another topic that I wanted to cover today about the home screen. Do you all have an AI feature to cut shorts of your videos? Okay, so that was basically what we just mentioned. So it is not available just yet, but we are going to bring it to you very, very soon. So yeah, AI shorts coming for you next. So the last section of our today's stream is about the new home screen. So a lot of some of you have already experienced the recent change of our home, and some of you are still seeing a different home screen. So there are two different homes for folks in Restream right now. I'm going to show the before and after.
And some of you, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
And some of you will experience. So.
And some of you will experience it very soon. So to prepare you for this amazing event, we are going. Oh, thank goodness. So I'm actually curious if this is coming from a person who recently experienced the change or he's can't wait to see the new screen. But just for the context, this is what we refer to as an old screen. So some of you are still seeing this. As you can see, there's a lot going on your left. There's a bunch of different ways how to enter different products. There is, or different ways to stream. The channels are kind of tucked in there. And then you have events, upcoming and past. And then there's a whole other panel. So it's kind of a little busy. There's a lot going on. So our goal was to, of course, simplify this screen and to make it super easy to start a new broadcast, new event, as well as just keeping things a little bit more ergonomic and clean. So, drum roll, we came up with something that will look like this. So as you can see, there is a lot less going on your home screen, which might be a little bit scary when you see it for the first time, but do not worry. Everything that you had on your old home screen is here, I promise. So the main panel on the side is kind of very similar. You still have your homes, your past streams, that's your past events, your video storage, where you have your recordings and uploaded videos to schedule for streaming, your channels, kind of global settings to add channels, and your analytics. There are a few things that are going to be hidden under, you don't see it really well, but on the very top, there is also my account. So there's going to be billing and a few other kind of very settings-like things over there. And with Create New button, you can start a broadcast. So it doesn't start the stream, but it gives you the options of how you want, what new thing do you want to create, which could be an RTMP stream. So basically that's going to be an entry into your space of RTMP key and URL, so your encoder space. It will also have an option to start a new studio stream, as well as upload and schedule a pre-recorded video, a playlist, or simply record yourself without going live. So that's what's going to be under this new button. So some people were concerned that they are not sure how to create events if they're not necessarily going live right now. So the event creation is going to now be tagged under the specific product. So if you are planning to schedule an event in studios, you'll need to create new studio, and from there you can schedule the event once you set up your scenes. Same for RTMP, same for which is coming soon, it's not yet there. And the same is eventually going to be available for pre-recorded videos. Now, you can also use the stream cards that you can see on your stream as your scheduling entry. So if you click on this little 3 dots on the side, it will allow you to add it, delete, or schedule again that same stream and event. So if you are loving the idea of having a bunch of streams scheduled in advance and then you just like enter them when it's time to start them, you will still have that option. Or you can create new, start building your stream from there, and then schedule when you're ready. We have a quick refresher for the video that explains how this works for studio people who are already having this feature and experience that. So let's have a look.
Restream is introducing Stream Drafts. Starting with a new look home screen, the way to organize your streams has been simplified. These are Stream Drafts. They help to quickly start streams without starting from scratch each time. You can go live or schedule from the same draft again and again. Perfect for reoccurring events. Here we go. Click on Create New. Choose what kind of stream you need and you're off to the studio. Customize right away or simply start streaming. When you exit the studio, you will have a stream draft saved automatically. Any customization, stream name, channels, scenes, graphics and adjustments will be ready for the next time you stream. You and your team can jump back in, reschedule, duplicate and modify streams that need a slightly different setup, or just delete any that aren't needed anymore. A super useful thing in stream drafts is that host and invite links are permanent, so regular guests can save one link to join every time. All your past streams will be saved as before, and the stream draft is always on your home screen, ready to go again. Of course, the recordings will also be available as usual. See? Use stream drafts to build your stream once and apply it every time you go live. And you can quickly go live again without starting from scratch, save your work and collaborate with your team, and keep multiple setups for different shows. We're really proud of these developments and hope you love them as much as we do.
All right, that was fun.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah. So basically, that's a really cool kind of like roundup for what happened for studio folks already. And just as a quick teaser, this same new home screen and this new way to reuse your stream cards and the same new way of scheduling your upcoming events is coming to RTMP folks as well. So this is kind of the futuristic look of how this is going to look in the preview for encoders, where you are getting your feed from your OBS, vMix, Zoom, Ecamm, or any other encoder tool. So that is something that we are going to start rolling out very soon. And so basically, this will allow you to basically create those presets for your upcoming RTMP events, and you will be able to schedule the event repetitively from the same card. And you can also have this kind of like cleaner yet familiar look for your preview, your health monitor, and your chat or your channels. So yeah, and once you finish any of your streams, you can always reuse the same setup, so you don't have to like connect channels again. You basically have the same set of channels ready for your next stream. All right, let's go ahead and take some questions on that. Awesome. Especially if you have plenty of scenes and regular streaming sessions of the same thing. Let us actually move to the question scene. Sorry, Matt. So yeah, it is really helpful for studio people big time, because you can create the scenes. And a lot of times when you are running shows like this one, for example, the flow is very similar. There are a few things that will happen eventually every time, like your countdown, and then you just basically swap a few graphics and you're ready to go. It's very cool. Shrimp. GB Shrimp. I love your names, guys. You're so fun. So creative. All right, let's take more questions if we have any. Since this is Q&A, what about the X analytics and chat asks peak views?
Because I believe we support chat, right?
We do support chats from X, absolutely.
Because it's a question from chat, right? And we display it right now.
I was gonna say, yes. Hi, Gilad. So yeah, it is. The chats are coming through, and they are all good here for analytics. As far as I remember, we do collect views because right now I'm looking up at my live view counter, and I can see the views that are coming from all the X channels that we have connected, which is our official Restream, Alex personal, and my personal. So we do have those for sure. If there are any more analytics that we need to be getting from X, that's something that we need to look into, and we would love to do it. It's kind of like a collaborative effort with our team on X side of things. But yeah, if there is any way to do it, we're super open for that conversation because more analytics, more data, the better. But yeah, chat's already here.
I just want to add a few words about analytics. It's kind of, we invested in this product, in this part of our product many years ago, and unfortunately we always kind of put like a deprioritize updates related to this part, and but we have some ideas how overall we are going to reshape the way we present the data, but it will be coming probably next year, so maybe in the first few quarters. But because for now we can add any data again. If X has this, we can quickly add some of this data to existing dashboards. But like I'm talking right now about complete rethinking of how we are going to represent the data, that you can get more valuable information for it, kind of insights that it can help you become better with the content creation.
Awesome. Good stuff. Rudy is asking, will 1080p 60 frames per second be available sometime in the future for Studio? I heard that question before. Yeah, we don't support it right now, but is that something that we could do? I mean, it's possible, right? It's pretty heavy lifting for your system because it's for like very fast-paced streams when you would be needing that. But
since it's in browser, yeah, it's a little bit risky. However, like it's doable, and we can organize this. We just don't know, like, should we set up a separate ingest server, separate infrastructure for this purpose or not? Because it could affect other users on the same server.
Awesome. Very cool. All right, let's see. What if you add a setting that reduces lag? That's kind of interesting. That's kind of related to the previous question. What kind of things can we do to reduce the lag, other than suggest people are streaming slightly lower quality, or balancing it with what their machines are capable of?
Actually, I don't get the question. Sorry.
So is there any way to reduce this, to add something in the settings of Studio? I'm assuming it's a Studio question. Please correct me if I'm wrong. That just like automatically helps with reducing lags and like frame drops and freezes. So like if your connection is not ideal or maybe something else is going on, like something that we could do to kind of like help with, at least from the viewer's perspective, with the perception of the laggy streams.
Yeah, so basically do kind of stream health check for the studio.
Yeah.
We need to discuss with the team. I believe we track some data.
Yeah.
But we can track the internet connection. I believe through the browser we can get access even to. We could get an understanding of how powerful the PC or laptop your machine is. So we need to think about it.
Yeah, in general, I always say that there's very little room for bad internet in the world of live streaming. So the better connection, the more updated version of your computer and your browser is probably the first steps you will want to take. But yeah, thanks for the suggestion. It's a really good idea, and we'll look into that. All right. Christian is asking, draft studios are great for technical checks with guests during the show. When the show is running and a guest comes in late, you first put him in a kind of a green room, checking camera and mic, and then send them to real life. So I guess the question is kind of related to the green room. Would that be
I, s-
something?
I think it's not a question, but I could be wrong. I think basically Christian tries to explain the workaround how to use
Yeah.
how to use drafts for green room.
Awesome. Awesome. That's great. Well, I actually love it because it's a great idea. So basically you can create a draft stream and then basically like sound check and test with the guests. I love that. That's really clever. I love it. So we will actually incorporate that into a few of our Help Center articles, if the Help Center team is watching us right now, because it's a lovely workaround. And yeah, thanks for suggesting it.
Hey team, we have a green room. We just didn't know it.
That's so true. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Visna is asking if you could add that we can configure the size of any camera feed that would solve this background problem and give the rest of us a lot of flexibility. So basically, I think we're talking about the resizing of the video boxes here for the layouts. Yeah, good idea, and definitely something we're looking into, right, Alex?
Yes, we are cooking something. We are
We're
cooking
cooking.
something that you could be able to do more customization inside
With
of
your
the
background.
studio.
Yeah. And like realigning your logos and your QR codes is the first step in that direction. We're just slowly exploring that. And eventually more is going to come. Dolores is asking, I know many creators who are switching or are wanting to switch and are concerned about it maybe crashing and or price changes so that so these changes will be there. So I guess this is a question about any major price changes that are coming in since we've recently had some industry updates of some tools changing prices very radically. So to the best of my knowledge, we do not have a plan to majorly changing the pricing. I mean, there's some pricing experiments and some like repackaging of our plans that is happening all the time because we're trying to see what serves different groups of our creators and users best. But yeah, it kind of depends on like what kind of feature set you're looking at. And I mean, some plans do turn into kind of like legacy plans. Like we do change those things, of course, from now and then. But yeah, there's nothing like super massive and major coming up anytime soon, immediately.
So I would like to rephrase what Anya says. So basically, we are not going to do changes like other players on the market. So, and you're welcome to use our product. And definitely, we are going to build more and more things, more features, and we will try to package and we will put some tiers. But to existing pricing, we are not going to kind of apply any drastic changes that could make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, and typically we're pretty good at allowing people to stick with their existing plan, even if it's legacy. So we're very rarely forcing major pricing changes on existing customers. If we're doing any kind of repackaging, it usually applies to new users, not the old ones. So hopefully we'll make it very easy and safe for you to switch. Right. The GB Shrimp is back. I literally found Restream yesterday, loving the free version, but tempted to buy the first level paid version. In that version, can my guests stream to their own channels too? I love this question. And the answer to that is yes. On our standard plan, you do get access. You unlock the feature that we're calling Restream Pairs. It's actually one of the features I had a privilege to work with our product team on. So I'm very, very passionate about it. And yes, it will allow your guests to connect their own channels. This is actually something we're doing right now. I am pairing my own personal LinkedIn account with this Restream official broadcast, and Alex is pairing his personal X account to rebroadcast this event to his followers. It's a wonderful feature, and yes, it does unlock on our standard plan. So give it a try. Let us know how it worked. Any feedback is always welcome. Love it.
And regarding the pairing, the cool stuff about this feature is that you can securely, is it correct?
Securely, yeah.
Securely grant permissions to your channel. So without basically sharing credentials of your social channel, you don't need to copy paste login and password and to give it to someone. You just basically invite someone to Restream through this special link that you can find in a studio and outside of the studio as well. And you just send a link and use it connect channels. Basically, you just connect channels, and it works just for one stream, and it's amazing, and it's very safe.
Yeah, so just a very specific example of that could be like, for example, if you own a page, a Facebook page, or you have a YouTube channel and you want someone else to stream into that YouTube channel, but you do not necessarily want to give them your login, your password, or your stream key, all you need to do is just send them that pairs link, and then they can pair. And they can pair, and like, so actually it's the other way. Like you can ask that person to send their pair link, and you can pair your channel, and then once that person starts broadcast, it appears on your YouTube channel natively, like if you were the one going live. So it's pretty cool and secure.
But you have control.
Yeah, you have control, and then once this situation and that event is over, you can simply unpair and then move on with your day. All right. So we are going to thank you very much for this comment right here. I would like to thank your brilliant department, especially Alexandra. She has been extremely helpful. This is so cool to hear. Thank you. Alexandra is from our support team. And big kudos, as always, to our support folks. They are superheroes, and they're helping people 24/7, round the clock. So thank you guys for doing that. Thanks a lot of you who were actually in the chat today responding to some comments that we did not have a chance to take in during this live show. A few more kind of like closing comments and announcements. Oh, that was fun.
So big.
Unexpected scene. Yeah. So we just wanted to wrap up with a couple more kind of like notes and things for you to know. So lots of new features today. Feel free to test them, to play with them. Make sure you are checking out our emails, because we also announce them by email as they appear. These live streams happen every 6 weeks or so, and the emails come out a lot more often. We are going to send a few emails soon to our community of creators, inviting them to create more content about our new updates and features in Studio. So if you are interested in creating some videos about the new things that Restream built and share that with your viewers and followers, we will be sending you an email inviting you to do that and providing you with amazing assets. A lot of them you've seen today during this stream, with some cool screencasts and some videos and promo clips. So we will hopefully empower you to create really good and fun stuff for your audiences about Restream. We did announce some prizes for the first 3 people who will repost this live event. So I'm going to jump right into this afterwards. And hopefully my social media team will help me determine who are the winners. I'll be reaching out to you through the social media platform that you used to repost us. And and it was so wonderful to live stream with you today, Alex. As always, it's a pleasure to co-host with you. And of course, big kudos also to our co-producer, Matt, who was running the live stream for us, who helped us build the scenes and transition.
Let's turn him on.
This is the classic thing that happens every time. Here he is.
Matt!
Awesome. Love it. So some confettis that unfortunately did not drip from into Matt's, but they should. Thank you so much. Matt is actually our product manager. He was behind a lot of the features that we announced and showed today. So it's good to put a face and the name. And thank you so much for making this live stream smooth, fun, and easy. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Alex. Thank you,
Matt.
community.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you, everyone. And as we're wrapping up, we will see you around sometime soon. I'm just going to play a quick outro and cheers. Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.